Camera is now okay, huh?
Yeah, we are live.
We are live. So I'm live actually for 49 years, and Zoran
I'm
is
alive.
for
A little bit longer.
a little bit, just a little bit. Hello.
Don't say.
Hello, beautiful people. This is, I think, 32nd Moksha Coffee. And this time, this one is in English, obviously. And let me first introduce myself. I'm 𝗕𝗨𝗚𝗖𝗞. I'm Maitri practitioner, RTT practitioner, and yoga instructor. And here is Zoran Milišić. Zoran, would you like to say something?
Yes, I'm a kinesiologist of more than 30 years with a little bit of experience.
Yeah, 30 years. And that's the reason why we actually have this Moksha Coffee, because Zoran has a lot of things to share. I recognized that like a year ago, and I found this way actually as the good way to share things. So if you have any comments, please put them in the comment under this live. So we will check them later.
So
Okay.
what are we sharing today?
Yeah, and well, before we start, I just would like to share that we actually changed a little bit setup, and I like this way actually. So maybe we can continue like this. Yeah, and today we will talk about the topic. Today's topic is the quick energy balance. I recognized this as a good topic because sometimes we don't know if we are actually out of balance. Sometimes it's so obvious, but sometimes we really are not sure about it. And usually we don't know what to do with that. So, Zoran, what does it mean to be out of balance first? And is it always obvious how we can recognize it?
Well, first of all, we notice that we are out of balance when something doesn't work well in our life. Okay, so there are things we start noticing or facing, and they're not going away. Okay, so we then engage in actively seeking the solution for that. So that is something that is obvious and visible, or we can feel it, sense it in any way. But there are other things which are going on, and they're happening on a subconscious level. Okay, so and because they're happening on a subconscious level, first we live through that as what we call normal reality. Okay, so we accept certain conditions of our life, and we deem that is how it should be. Okay,
and then we usually don't recognize, right?
Not only that, we think there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay. Okay. But what's going on, for example, when I used to work in the multinational companies, sometimes, for example, if I had to speak to some like higher levels, there, bosses or something like that, then I would feel really stressed. It happened from time to time to me.
Yes.
At that time. So there was a stress that I was facing. So I would have my heart. Is that also something? And after that, for example, I needed some time to come back to actually, to be a normal me, let's say.
So that's what you're describing is many people are going through that, and it's part of something that's called conditioning, right? So we are conditioned to believe that there's another human being which has high authority over our lives. Okay, and this is a situation where many of our survival programs kick in, and they start changing or shaping our reality. For example, if you are doing something around the house or brushing teeth, there's no stress about it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But if you go to a different environment, which you accepted as something on which your life depends, then the situation changes. For example, if you why are you afraid of your boss? Because boss is linked to work, and work is linked to money, and money is linked to physical survival. Okay.
Yes.
So then the chain reaction starts, and then many problems from the past appear on the surface. They may be sleeping, but then a particular situation just triggers them. They are stored in different memories in our body, and then our behavior changes, and then including our physiology of the body changes. All of a sudden, out of tranquil and peaceful heart, we have trembling heart, or arrhythmia, or palpitations, or nervousness. We start sweating and all that stuff. Okay?
Is that obvious sign that we are not in the balance?
Yes,
right?
that is obvious sign, because the state of balance or harmony is also described in traditional Chinese medicine as the only state of health. So anything that moves the energy above or below that line is an indication of disbalance, right? And the disbalance, when it's presented, it has many different symptoms depending what we're talking about. But the main purpose of this balance is to save your life.
Okay. And today, actually, especially today, we are talking about that quick fix. So that means that we will not search for any patterns today that will live in. So it's like, okay, I'm stressed. I mentioned that with my that I had on my ex jobs. So something like, okay, what's happened when we are like face certain situations or something. So how quick we can fix it?
How quick can you fix your life? Okay. So
I need the life, one life to fix it.
Well, there's obviously the physical aspect of it, which is our physical body, which I call a tool for communication, right? And we experience this life through our body, and we are intimately linked to our body, intimately related, because our nervous system, and then we perceive the world through our five senses. Okay, so that is the body aspect, but really our body as a vehicle or tool for communication, to carry this life, or at least life in this form, is a result of many other lives before, and many other memories from our ancestors and past lives, and many things. Okay, so in reality, our issue is not really a physical issue. Our issue is a spiritual issue. Okay, and I'm always fascinated with kinesiology. I've been doing this for more than 30 years, and every time I'm using it and I'm working with it, I discover new avenues of life, which is quite amazing. So you may have a particular issue, let's say work issue that we discussed, and then with kinesiology muscle test, you discover many underlying issues or even traumas that occurred in the past, and the body actually adopted particular survival technique, and then it's displaying it in everyday living, and which basically starts affecting your everyday living because of something that happened in the past. Yeah. So with kinesiology, we can address all these issues, but of course, we're not trying to do this now. There are many techniques which can help you pull through stressful situations, with keeping one thing in mind, that your awareness is the healer. Okay, the point that you push on the body or massage or any correction technique is actually just a auxiliary. It's a helping aspect to move the energy, but your awareness, how we are directing our focusing our awareness, and our intent is the actual healer, and everybody has that inbuilt in their system.
But for example, today, Zoran, I remember myself from that period of time. It was actually 20 years working for the big companies, and it was really a good life. But on one side, but on the other side, there was a lot of stress, and maybe at some point of time, I didn't have enough time or space to work or to think about the layers, or like how deep I should go to heal anything, or about healing at all. I was thinking, okay, somehow how to survive. If I have issue, it's here. Okay, can I do something? Like a quick pill, actually, some instant thing that can help me.
Yes.
I may say, you may not agree with me, but sometimes we are in that situation or period of life that we need something quick to help us go through. Actually.
Yes, it's completely normal, because sometimes life is quicker than us, and in today's world, when the frequency of our planet and even our solar system evolved or changed, I think everybody has a feeling that time is sped up, that everything's urgent, that we need 50 or 60 hours per day, and we only have 24. And then also the internal process also happens in a similar way, where we're trying to patch up something or quickly address the issue, so we carry on.
Yeah.
And this is the real situation, and kinesiology can help in all these things, but ultimately to heal, we need to really to heal completely. We need to heal our life. So once when our life is healed, then everything else that is part of that or within that will be healed automatically. So I'll give an example how people live their daily lives. Let's say, for example, I start pushing you like this. So what do you need to do? You need to push back.
Yeah.
Okay, so now from the state of balance, some situation comes and it pushes you out of the balance. So let's say, for example, you are now in balance, and then all of a sudden a thought comes that tomorrow I may not have enough money to survive and feed my kids. Okay, and that thought is so persistent, doesn't want to go away, because that's the reality we subscribe to. That's the belief system we have, and this is also something that's presented to us from the outside. So what do?
Yeah, well, I'm
You
like
push back.
fighting,
Okay,
fighting.
you push back. Okay, so let's say push back.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So now she's pushing back, and she's now in balance, right? But the stressful situation is also persistent. So what?
Yeah, I still
so
feel
how
your.
exactly? So how the body feels now?
Well, not in the peace.
Okay, you are in a seeming balance. Okay, seeming balance is that when we are investing our energy to fight the input from the outside. Okay,
yeah.
and then now you start wasting your energy resources to maintain this, and this is basically called
That's good.
this is called a second stage stress, where on the first stage stress, alarm happens. Let's say, for example, a thought happens that tomorrow is going to be financial crisis, or I'm not going to have enough money, or I'm going to lose my job, whatever. The thought comes, so that's the alarm. Okay, then we are under alarm, and we start recruiting our resources based on our memory of different things from our past life. So we immediately shift back into the past, and then we gather information and survival techniques which we remembered. If you don't have such experience, the brain will go into your lineage memory and grab things from your DNA. And then once when it gets the most appropriate program to fight the alarm thought, it will then assume fighting position. So a thought is persistent and it doesn't go away. And then you start pushing, okay? And then you're pushing the program which you brought from the past, and you start projecting it onto the future. Okay, so the reality of this is that you're going to manifest the future based on that, because once when you pull the program for fight to survive, let's say for example, I need to become a pleaser. I have to now I'm going to become yes man, and I'm going to say yes even I feel no. Okay, so because I need to survive, because if I don't do that, I'm going to get I'm going to get booted from the work, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to lose money. I'm going to lose survival. My kid's going to suffer. Okay. So with that fighting program, you also pull energy disbalance, and that reflects immediately on your system. Okay. But there are ways around it. Okay. So once when we bring our awareness to it, when we analyze the whole situation, then we can do something about it.
So let's just repeat how we can recognize when we can use that quick bounce that you want to show us. We can use it also in the situations, quick situations on our job, right?
Yes.
Any stress situation.
Yes.
We can in daily life with kids, with husband. If you don't have Zoran as a husband, you will probably need it. I'm the happy one. And in all that quick situations in the life, okay, something happened and you're stressed, you feel that you are not centered, right?
Yes. Yes.
You feel that somehow you are not yourself, as I would
Yes,
say, right?
exactly. So now let's have a look at the aspect of physiology of the body, which is the function of the body. So we give a particular negative thought or scenario, and then because of our memory and from the past and the anxiety from the future, we completely materialize it, and we live it as if it's happening right now. Okay, and then body goes under stress because body is not aware of the time factor. You cannot perceive the time. Body exists in the moment, in the present moment. So when you give an illusion or fantasy of the future to the body will respond as if it's happening right now. Okay, so what's happening in your body? You have certain neurological axes, and one is called hypothalamus-adrenal axis. Okay, so that is basically a control of our adrenal system via hypothalamus, and there are certain hormones which are excreted to control that axis so that we function under stress. So when I push you like this, right, so now you need to push back. So the other axes which are in our body to maintain a healthy body lose priority. Okay, so let's say, for example, there's also hypothalamus reproductive axis, or digestive axis, and all these things. So when we are under stress, the priority is shifted to survival, right? So then hypothalamus adrenal axis gets most of the attention, right? So all your hormones which are now which were used to maintain your normal healthy metabolism are now being directed and used in a different way to support hypothalamus adrenal axis, because we are under attack and we need to survive. So what happens is the shift goes into survival. We produce a lot of what they call stress hormones, and then the rest of the body suffers, so you may then start developing different kind of symptoms and whatever, and given the factor of time, then people may develop a physical pathological issue in real terms as a result of stress, which is a result of the thought, which is the result of belief system of some experience from the past.
Okay. can you show us now some how we can actually
Yes.
what we can do?
What we can do, there are certain what I call fuses in the body that go off when we are under stress. So what we need to do, we need to put them back on. We need to switch them back on. If you can imagine, I'm sure everybody has seen how pilots fly the plane. So in the middle of the flight, the alarm goes off, and then they examine the situation and they switch the alarm back on. They turn off the alarm, okay, and everything seems to work fine. So same with us, we can actually turn off all these alarms, which were really imagined and fantasized by our mind, okay, and then we can continue, okay, because remember one thing: in the present moment, in now, everything's fine. Nobody can deal with the emotions. Nobody can deal with thoughts. Nobody can deal with the time. Okay, so if we realize that we are always in the present moment and that our life is comprised of all these present moments put together in a continuum, and that we always survived in every of those present moments, we can then the future in that present moment, and we can always deal with the present moment. Okay, we cannot deal with some imagined future which is presented to us by our mind as a continuum of something that may happen but in reality never happened. Okay, so it takes a little bit of exercise and effort, mental training, to actually catch all these things, talk to your mind back, calm it down, and then analyze that in this moment everything's fine.
Okay, and can you please show us
Okay.
some?
So once when you do that, so of course, you know, when we are under huge stress, we're not going to jump into doing corrections frenetically, because we are trying to correct ourselves with the same methodology which produced the stress. So we need to do something completely different. So first we calm ourselves, we become aware of our surroundings, of temperature of the air. We connect with our senses in now, smell, things I see, things I hear, the touch of the clothes on my body, where I am, and all these things. So we become aware of the present moment. Then we can close our eyes and then start breathing consciously, observing the tip of our nose, just that, nothing else. So then we change the amount of oxygen in our blood, which will have positive effect on our brain and how blood is directed to frontal cortex in our brain, which is very important because this frontal cortex is basically part of the brain where our conscience is seated. So we need to do this from the conscious perspective rather than unconscious. Okay. So once we do that, it may take a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. We can just simply sit like this and breathe normally and completely focus, no matter what situation is presented to us. Focus on the tip of the nose and just observe breath coming in and coming out. Nothing more than that. Very simple. Okay. Then we will notice that the system is settling down, and then the thoughts are now more creative. Okay, rather than being totally pointed to one thing or frenetically thinking about thing, the thoughts are now different, and then I'm getting variety of solutions. And also I may notice that I'm starting to look at that present the situation from different angles, which is very important. There's no one single angle or point of looking. There are many points of looking at one same problem. Okay, so that's important. Okay, so once we do that, then we can first thing, because we need our supercomputer, our brain, for everything we do, for our executive decisions, for anything, to solve anything in our life. We need our brain, which is an amazing tool. It's a server supercomputer, really. So we need to unclog it, okay? Because with all this stress and thoughts, the brain is clogged up and it may not function properly. So we lose the ability of that fantastic tool. So what we do, we do a correction, which in kinesiology we call brain switching. Okay? Why? Because we need to switch brain back on. So that's why it's called brain switching. So, and I'll demonstrate this. There are 3 points you will massage, and there'll be one point which you will hold always, all the time. And this correction takes a couple of minutes. It's so easy and it's so powerful. Okay. So what we do, we place one hand, either hand, on your belly button, like this, and then with 2 fingers, or actually you put 2 fingers together and a thumb like this, you start massaging this point, which is above your upper lip, and this point, which is below your lower lip.
Not at the same time. Yeah.
At the same time. You can go like this. You can go like this. Doesn't matter. Okay. And you just massage it like this for maybe 10, 20 seconds. And your thoughts should be directed on the stressful situation. Okay, so
Is
that
it important which hand?
doesn't matter. I said either hand. Okay, because
sorry,
we'll be switching hands. We have to do it with both. We have to alternate the hands, but let's do whatever you choose. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's okay. So then we intensely think about the stressful situation, because we need to connect our mind and the body. Okay, and at the same time we're doing correction. Okay, so we are aligning neurons in our brain, and this is the vertical projection of neurons. So it's basically upper and lower part of the brain. We are integrating them, we are connecting them. Okay, so this is very important because of automatic functions of our body. Okay, so this is basically we're dealing with the physical aspect of our body. Okay, and then we swap hands. Okay. So what vertical neurons do in your brain, they basically the information that's gathered from the body physiology and so on, it travels to a particular part of the brain, and it's pushed upward, and it appears as a thought. Let's say, for example, the body needs water, but we don't know that, but we get a thought. So the body uses chemical information and then creates a specific set of neural impulses, which then travel to the frontal cortex, and a thought appears. I need a glass of water. All right. So that we satisfy that. So this is very important that we address this issue, right? So you massage this. So let's say you massage this. I'll repeat 20 seconds with intense thinking about your issue. Then you swap hands and do the same. So we're swapping hands because of the left and right polarity. Okay, so we have to do that. Okay? And then when we finish that, so we address the vertical aspect. So we breathe in and out after correction, and that resets the brain. Okay. And then what we need now next is we need our logical and creative faculties to address this issue. Okay, which is basically governed by left and right brains. So there's a bridge which connects left and right brains is called corpus callosum, and there are many neurons. I think somebody said that number of neurons going through that part of the brain is the number of stars in Milky Way, something like that, some incredible number. Okay, so imagine the traffic that goes there, and also imagine if we had 100% access to it rather than 1% when you're under stress. Okay, so what we do, we then again put one hand, either hand, on the belly button, and then we find these 2 points just under your clavicle bone. So you find the clavicle bone near the sternum, approximately, let's say, the width of your thumb, and you go into the first intercostal space. So you go basically, this is my clavicle bone, and then, okay, see, feel it, and then you just slip down into the area where it's soft. Okay, so this point officially is called kidney 27. So these two were governing 26 and central 24, if you want to know. And these two, they are kidney 27, very powerful points. So you find them, and again, one hand is on the belly button, and we massage like this, very simple. Okay, so massage, be generous with these points. Okay, so they are not really small as a pin on a needle. They are wide. Our body is very forgetful. So it will give us ability to fix something without being so precise. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to say forgiving, not forgetful. But our body is very forgiving. It is not forgetful. It remembers everything. So massage that. Again, eyes closed, and you're intensely thinking about your issue. Right? And then you swap your hands. Then you massage again, like this. Okay. And then breathe in and out. And by now, you should feel the level of stress calming down big time. If need be, you can repeat all these points again and several times per day, as many times as you want to. But usually once when you set yourself in balance, it has tendency to last. Okay, and you will notice the difference between before and now. Okay. And then the last thing, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So we addressed the vertical aspect, which deals with our physiology. We addressed the left and right axis, which deals with logic versus creativity. Okay, so we need both faculties working at the same time. You know, like you can't read the book with one brain only. Okay, with only logic, because logic will recognize the shape of the letter and it will assign the sound to the letter or word or whatever, depending whether the language is phonetic or non-phonetic. But what we need is the creativity. So we put the logical aspect into the context of what we are perceiving, so we can understand. Okay? So we need left and right working together. And then the last thing is
just to ask you, can we use that for like, for example, before our exam or something?
You can basically you can use these corrections before exam or before meeting with the boss or before anything that you perceive as stressful, right? Which is causing you to feel shaken, right?
But also, like, for example, if I have to work and like if my work is creative, can it help me like really to balance that part?
Yes,
that's really nice. Yeah.
It also helps when you feel procrastinating, when you don't feel like it, when you feel low energy. It helps in absolutely everything. You know, there's no real limit to it. Okay, because everything that we see in this world is mind created. Okay? That's the reality of it. And the last thing, what we need to do, we need to address the future and the past issue. Okay, and that is your frontal and back lobes of the brain. So we addressed this axis, then we will address this axis, and now we need to address this axis. Okay, so we'll do that. So I need to get up for this. Okay, so now that I'm standing up, one hand goes on the belly button like this, and then you find the tailbone, which in my case is here, right? And you start massaging tailbone up and down like this. Okay, so one hand is on the belly button, and other hand is massaging your tailbone, and don't do this in front of your boss, okay?
Yeah.
You're not scratching your bum, okay?
Yeah.
You are fixing.
But you can do that by sitting if you can reach that.
Well, I can't do it. Maybe you can.
Yeah.
So we massage that again, eyes closed, intense focus on something that caused you to do this, which is stress. And once we finished, you turn around, swap your hands.
And how hard we need to press?
Well, you press firm, but don't hurt yourself. Okay. Some of these points you will find, especially if you're doing it for the first time, you may find them painful because there's a lot of emotional energy stored in them, and that's what's basically causing the pain, excess of energy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and once when you do that, again, breathe in and out and have a glass of water. Okay, so that's very important. You can basically this process goes for about I don't know. I was talking about it, so it took a bit longer, but it can take as long as you want to.
Few minutes.
Depends what's the stressful situation. If you can't, if it's stressful in a way that you can't think about it or connect to it, connect with the physical feeling in the body. Okay, let's say for example you have a I don't know, anxiety attack or some physical pain. Just connect with that part of the body and do this exercise. Okay, and it can take I don't know a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, doesn't matter, right? And you can repeat this as many times per day as you want. And the purpose of this exercise is to align and integrate your brain, okay? Because we can solve any issue with our brain, whether it's a physical, emotional, or any kind of issue.
Okay.
So once we do that, um, um, can you watch my eyes?
Yeah,
It's gonna fall down.
Yeah.
Let's just move.
Sorry, wait, the past.
So once I do that, we need to look after our brain and some meridians. So let's say that our brain is now in balance. Now we need to balance some meridians in the body, and I suggest you start with lung meridian. The reason why I suggest that it may be contrary to traditional Chinese medicine approach, but this is just purely from my experience, and I'll tell you why. Lung meridian is a yin meridian of element called metal or air. And this is basically spiritually, this is the phase of our life where things come to an end. So, for example, a lot of our stresses in modern world, the world we're living in, is due to us coming to an end in a particular life phases, and then we are unable to move on further into a new phase of life. With years, we accumulate attachments, habits. We have different memories and all that, and we are holding on to it. You know, if you are a parent, you you are given a role of parenthood for some time, but ultimately and eventually you're going to have to let go of it. So once when people come to that stage, they don't know what to do. They lost a role, and this is basically where a lot of stress. It's the reason why a lot of stress happens in today's living. So this is why I suggest we do lung meridian, because we need to shift from lung energy into kidney energy, and kidney energy will give us chi energy for the new cycle, so that we step into a new role, we step into a new phase of our life, we step into our new experience, and then we are working towards fulfilling our life and living life with a purpose. Okay, we are not here just to stand in one spot or passively observe our world. Okay, so we should be actively engaged in our life. Okay, so that's why lung meridian. So after we do integrate our brain, so we balance lung meridian, and you balance lung meridian by massaging this point here. Okay, so this is called lung number 10. You find this point by opening your palm like this, and with your middle finger closing like this, and the point is on the top of your middle finger here. Okay, just here. Okay, so you have right side and the left side. Okay, so we need to do that point. So how I do this, I grab my thumb with the other hand, and then I place thumb of the other hand on that point like this, and I massage it. So I turn like this because it's easier to press in, and what you will find is this point is very painful. Okay, in most people. Okay, and of course, look, if I was testing people individually, it could be some other point, but I'm speaking from the point of what resonates with most people. Okay, at some stage of their life. Okay, so massage this. All right, so what this point will do, it will increase your lung energy, it will increase your ability to absorb oxygen, and also your ability to expel CO2, okay, which is very, very important, that oxygen comes to our cells, that oxygen comes to our brain, and then once when the brain is oxygenated, um, uh, everything calms down. Okay, anxiety, for example, a lot of panic attacks and anxiety attacks are actually due to lung meridian being blocked. Okay, so we massage this point, and then while we're massaging this point, we consider emotions which are lung meridian, for example, deep sadness, deep melancholy, things that are stemming from the past. Okay, so we massage this like so. Okay, so we give energy to lungs, and then we swap hands and we do the same on the other side. I do this like that. That's how I do it. You can do it in your own way, but I suggest this as a very direct and powerful way. So that's the point. So this one here and this one here. Now that we've done the lung part, because my idea is that I always like to give support to yin energy, yin meridian, because that's the organ which works all the time. So lungs work all the time. So we breathe in and out all the time, and we give support to yin, and then we need to give support to its yang counterpart, which is large intestine. So with large intestine, particularly things related to our past, it's important to understand that everything that happens in this life cycle, that we absorb things, we assimilate things, we digest things, and there comes the time where we need to take the experience, something that's ours, and also we need to pass out what's not ours, which is rubbish from the past. Okay, things happen, everybody has life, everybody made mistakes, things happened, and we need to take good things out of it, wisdom, experience, whatever, and then discard what's really not needed anymore. Okay. If you look at your life, every day of your life, you had enough food, money, shelter, clothes, and everything was fine. Okay, and that's the evidence we left. What we or our mind think about it is causing stress. Okay, so we left our good evidence behind us, and we need to sometimes look back and lean on that, rely on our life experience that it in every moment everything was fine. Okay. So then we find this point which is called large intestine number 16, um, which is situated in a V shape of these two bones on your shoulder, top of the shoulder. So you follow your clavicle bone all the way to shoulder here, and also you follow the spine of your scapula from the back, and where they meet here, all right, there's a point it's a soft tissue, right? So it's not a bony tip, but
Here.
it's the meaty bit. Okay, so it's where the soft tissue is, the muscle tissue. Okay, it's in the, let me see. Yeah, in here.
That's one.
That's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you find this point, so your finger should slip inside. It shouldn't be on the top of the bone. That's wrong point. So in there, and you relax your shoulder like this, and you massage like this. Okay, and then again, intense focus on your stressful situation. Okay, so we give energy to large intestine so we can digest things, we can absorb things, we can assimilate things, and then we can take what's for us from these life situations or people, interactions, relationships, whatever. Okay, and you breathe in and out, and then you do the other side. Okay, it doesn't matter which side you do first. Okay.
Can we do that like Zoran? It was like now 5 points, right?
Yes, yes.
Can we do that like in the morning so we can actually
You can start
before any stress
yes,
actually?
you can start your day like that. Okay. So what's important is that as we dissolve and disappear in the present moment, we also appear in another present moment. Okay. So really every instant we are dissolving and we are recreating. Okay. And that happens in an instant. So you can also do this with your life. Okay. So instead of, or with your day, let's for example, if you stretch the present moment to one day. So rather than starting your day based on the previous day, let's start something new and fresh. Okay, something that is really authentic, something that really is the truth within me, and let's live life like that. So that's why before you start your day in the morning, this could be your morning practice. You integrate your brain with all these points. You reset lung meridian, okay, and then you reset your large intestine meridian, and then you start anew, you start fresh. And this will give you, you will see, try this, this will give you a lot of momentum and new energy. It will bring a lot of new energy in your life, and you will see how this basic exercise can change your entire day, right? Your connections with people, your reactions on what's presented to you, and you will notice that the world may look the same, but we function and react in that world completely different, which is really, really powerful stuff.
So can we say, Zoran, that it's actually that you are maintaining on if you are doing that, for example, in the morning?
Yes.
That you are actually, that's the way to maintain your balance, right?
Yes, that's correct. So that's the way to maintain your balance. But keep in mind that, and I'll give you a twist for consideration or contemplation. that every practice should lead towards losing that practice. Okay, so if you become a perpetual present moment or perpetual meditation, then you don't need to do this anymore. So your life completely changes, and your role, your function, your frequency completely changes, and you function automatically like that. And you are so powerful, nothing can knock you off. And that is really powerful position. But until then, there are many techniques we can use and stay in balance and then keep working on ourselves to create better world for us, better inner harmony, which will reflect in better outer harmony, which will then have profound influence on this world. Okay. So, and this is how we take responsibility not only for our life, but for all other lives. And one other thing which I can also suggest, once when we address main issues in our life, we can also then give some reprieve to other meridians in the body to sort of balance them as well, so that everything is aligned. So we can do a quick balance of all meridians. Okay, and that happens in an instant. So you place either hand on your forehead like this, and then with this hand you massage these 2 points. You remember they are the same points which we massaged in this correction, but this is completely different correction now. So when you are massaging kidney 27 points, these 2 points, and holding your forehead, you're literally balancing every meridian in your body.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So again, intensely thinking about your stressful situation, which probably by now you're thinking about what you need to eat, or you'll probably start thinking about something creative or something nice, which is calming you down. But anyway, give it a try. See if there's any reminder or remnants of that stress left in your mind. So you massage these 2 points.
Does this correction can work without the previous corrections?
Yes, it can, but what I'm doing here, I'm giving you a quick system which will address a lot of things, and which will last.
Yeah, but
Okay.
also if
it will last at least half a day or the whole day, depends.
Okay, but so if I'm like really stressed, if I don't want, for example, those first 5 to go
No,
through.
this is what I said at the beginning. If you are stressed, you need to let go of that paradigm, because that created the stress.
Yeah.
Okay, so if something is urgent, you cannot fix it with urgency.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
that's
it's
why
important.
it's
To
very
know,
important.
yeah.
Okay, that's why I said first do breathing. Breathe, observe the air coming in and out, that will calm down. Then integrate your brain, then do lung and large intestine points. Okay,
Yeah.
and then balance all meridians like this. Okay, and you know what's amazing is that all these points are given. You're born with these points. You know, you're born with corrections on your body, except that humanity lost the memory of it. You know, we don't know these things. You know, but they came with us. You know, we're stupid. Whoever and however the human life and body is created, that we are created with so many faults and deliberate inability to correct ourselves. This is not true, you know. So we have all this inbuilt in our system. Okay. So once when we balance these points, what we can also do, we can use another technique which is very powerful, which will also integrate everything together. Okay, so what we do is I'll just stand up. You do this by lying down, but I'll stand up just to show you. So what you do is, let's imagine I'm lying down. I bring my arms like this and put them like this, okay? And I cross my legs, okay? And then once when I do that, let's imagine I'm lying down like this, and I just basically maintain that position for
just like
a couple of minutes. Okay, breathing deeply and slowly.
Can you do that when you are standing like now? Is it also okay?
You can, for example,
I'm saying this because sometimes you are at your office,
yes,
then you can just
yes,
jump to the toilet and do all this
yes, you
in
can.
5 minutes.
You can. So you cross your legs like this, go like this, and just remain in this position. So what you did with this particular way, you created a figure 8 of energy. So you're balancing the flow of energy on all parts of your body in figure 8 way. Okay, so this will really anchor all your corrections like this. Okay, and this will be a fantastic thing if you can do that. So I'm not saying that this will heal your life, but if you do this consistently, or if you're using this in stressful situations, you will see a huge difference in your life, inside and outside of you. Yes, there are many other techniques or corrections. I've got books and books of different corrections.
Yes, but this is easy to use.
This is easy to remember, easy to use.
Yeah.
It's general, and it will help you progress from stressful situation to a situation which is more proactive, productive, creative, and it will yield different result. It will yield positive result.
So that's why you can try for example, you can try once, or you can try for 21 days, and you can let us know how it works for you.
Yes, and also you will notice how the quality of your thoughts is changing, and you're focusing on something that is really important for life, something that supports life, So don't forget to drink plenty of water during the day, and also don't forget to align the fuel you're putting in this amazing body with something that is non-violent. Okay, so feed your body with the food which doesn't contain any violence, because they will have a profound effect on your body, on your health and physiology of your body, and the quality of your thoughts and everything else that you perceive as life.
Yeah, well, there are a few questions. I will maybe one or two. But first thing I would like just to underline. So we can't do, sometimes I was forcing Zoran actually unconsciously to give me just one pill, like, okay, take it and that's it. I'm good. So
there's no such pill.
Yeah, that's not.
And you know why there's no such pill? Because there's no such person like me in the entire universe.
And like
it never appeared before, and it will never appear ever again. So we are absolutely unique. Our approach is unique. Our reactions are unique. Our perceptions are unique, and our path is unique. So live that, be that, and understand that the only way to live this life is by being you, and only you.
Yeah. So no like quick fix in like a second. This is just 5 minutes actually. Corrections that can really change your day, and if you're repeating that, it can change your life as well.
And you are working with your body, with your needs, with your thoughts, with your issues. Everything is totally authentic as per you. And also you're using the points on your body which came to this life with your body, okay, which is quite amazing. So we are the healer, you are the healer.
Yeah, that's I wanted to say that you just took the words from my mouth, and you have a power. In this case, there is nobody outside of you. It's you actually who are doing that, and you can feel that also. You will feel empowered because you are the one.
Exactly, because with this, we're not trying to numb ourselves so we don't feel the effect of stress. I mean, life is like that. It's the speed of life increased, stress increased, everything's on a completely different level of stress, but it doesn't mean that we need to numb ourselves to to go through life, we can deal with it and heal all the reasons why we feel like that. It may not reduce your headache like this, but it will go away in 20 minutes without any painkillers or things like that. So, and then once we start doing this progressively, it will actually go away. But there are again many factors which will influence that. It's very individual how you react to this.
Yes, and well, Zoran, shall we just send big hug to our Aussie people? Now I will start crying, yeah, because somebody asked if we are in Europe. Yeah, I can really start crying. It's stupid, yeah.
Yes.
Because like when you love so many different parts of the world, you and you can be just on one, then like.
Okay, so what I can say is that our location currently, presently, is in Balkans, and but keeping in mind that we are not citizens of one country or city or street. Don't identify with that. We are citizens of the universe, and the world is mine. The world is yours, and I love every inch of this planet as if it's mine, because it is mine. Yeah.
So yeah, whenever we are actually we are there for everybody that needs us. Doesn't matter if you're on Balkan or somewhere else. And and special. Well, I need to just send a special hug to Ursi and to Paula because they are watching us now. And then Paula asked, both hands or just one? So you mentioned already that both hands actually.
Yes,
you are switching.
always. Always start these corrections with both hands. It doesn't matter if you start with the right or left hand. Don't be so precise. Okay, the body will forgive you, as I said. Start with either hand like this, but make sure that you swap hands. That's the important thing. Okay.
Yeah. And also Paula, she asked, what does it mean if one is more painful than the other one? Probably for the
Yes.
point.
Well, depends. As I said to you, you will find some points are more painful than the other, but you also find that same points feel different. Same points meaning left or right. Okay. There are that could be further investigated. It could be another topic for this coffee, which is a subject of balance between our yin and yang side of life. Okay, so if something is more painful, let's say, for example, this point or this point is more painful on the right side, it could be that we have some stress relating to the yang or male energy of our life. Okay, when I say yang or male or female, I don't mean as per gender, I mean as energy. So maybe we are using more male energy to push through our life rather than female energy, so it has to be in balance, right? So the point will tell you which aspect of life is under stress. Okay, but that is going deeper into theory of Chinese medicine and knowledge of the flows of qi energy, which is not really intention of this coffee. So the intention of this coffee is just to give you some practical tools and then see how you go, right? But yes, it is normal because left and right sides are not the same. Even if you're looking physically, we appear symmetrical, but we are not. Okay. Same goes also with the energy that flows in our meridians. You always have left and right meridian, and some points will feel more than the other, and that also can change when you do it next time. Depends on the situation.
Well, I had one idea actually. It came to my mind, so we can make a challenge maybe next week or the week after that, or the week after that because we are quite busy. But like challenge, so we can make a short video with all corrections and repeat them for 21 days and check
And
how
yes,
everybody
yes.
actually work, how they feel with that. So
But it's important that before you do that, record before and after.
yes, yes.
And then you will see how life or situation shifted, or your approach to it. Something will be different for
Yeah.
sure. Because oftentimes, you know, at the beginning, you asked me about how do we notice that we are in this balance and all that stuff. Uh, Once when we used to things that are wrong, you know, and we perceive it as reality. And then once when we fix it, we perceive that as a new reality, and then we forget that we were in trouble before, you know. So oftentimes it happens that you know, you ask somebody, so how's your migraine? And they ask, oh, which migraine, you know? But that was the reason why they came to see you in the first place. And see, people are adjusting to better, quicker than the opposite, you know? So that's why it's important that we record things, we journal things so that we have acknowledgement that the real shift happened. And then with this, we will grow in our self-confidence and self-reliance that, yes, we are the ones who are powerful, and nothing outside of you is more powerful than inside of you.
Yeah, thank you, Zoran. One more question. How often will you have these talks? I would love to join if I can.
Okay.
Would you like to explain?
These talks we do every 2 weeks.
Yes, but on English, we do once per month.
Yes, we alternate languages. So every 2 weeks we do Moksha Coffee, but we alternate. One time we do Balkan languages, and the other time we do English. But we record this on YouTube, and I think you put subtitles.
Yes, of course.
Yes, yes. So if we have a session like this in Balkan languages, we do subtitles in English and vice versa.
Yes. And so everything actually is saved on our YouTube channel, and it's available for free, of course. So you can go there and search. Maybe there are some interesting topics for you, so you can go
Yes.
and check that, right?
And you can also connect to us directly with where the messages, where they can find us. You can write us below this video. You can write
Yes.
us messages, or go to our Instagram or Facebook sites, and
Yeah. And suggest topics
yes,
as
yes.
well.
And you can also send us private messages as well if you feel like it.
Yes, because we don't do this like with other people. It's just two of us, and we are sharing it as a live on Facebook. So you can just watch us on Facebook Live, or later you can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, and also, you know, while talking about the subject, you can always write to us and suggest different topics. With this much experience, I've seen lots of things and dealt with lots of issues with people, and we can certainly talk about different things. You know, we can cover many different topics of our life and talk about it. So suggest the topic basically.
Yeah. So Zoran, then there is a Paula's message. When I massage the eye shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
the
no.
one shoulder, sorry.
Yeah, this point.
Yeah, the one shoulder point. It gave me anxiety.
Yes.
Is that because it ran away?
Yes.
Because my gut is not okay.
No, it's because one of the emotions of large intestine is anxiety. So what happens is that the anxiety was most likely compressed in you, And with this point, it actually just came up on the surface. So the point is not to exaggerate your anxiety. The point is to bring anxiety up on the surface so you can see it and resolve it. Okay. So when you see anxiety, okay, feel it fully. Don't deny it. Feel it completely. Give it space and time. Give it energy. Give it love. Okay. And then understand that you are in the present moment. You're completely safe, and you can always deal with the present moment. So all anxiety in our life is related to the future. And the world, the society we live in, the system we live in, I call it the matrix, is working real hard to make you feel miserable because you are the consumer. If you if you were given positive thoughts, and if you were to free yourself, can anybody sell you anything? Okay, so the society and the corporate industry and everything which is presented to us as civilized world. Okay, we live in a civilized world and we're throwing bombs on other people's houses, right? But this is Western civilized world, right? So in that civilized world, we are the consumers, right? But can you consume something if you are happy with yourself? You can only consume something if you develop a negative thoughts and you're seeking for something to fulfill you, right? So this is basically how the whole society functions, right? So if you are happy inside, content, and if you are free, then nobody can sell you anything.
Yeah.
So,
We have to be short now because we are running out of time, as we have some other people coming, so maybe they will join. I didn't finish message, it continues like this. Please keep in touch. I was talking about the amazing Zoran and gave his number to few people just in case they call. Wish you all the best.
okay,
So
thank you so
amazing
much.
Zoran, amazing Rosna as well, believe me.
Yes, because without Rosna, I would not be doing this.
Yeah,
I'm so introverted
Yeah.
that, you know, when Rosna suggested we do this, I
Yeah.
thought to
I'm
myself,
just joking.
not me.
Because yeah, Zoran is
Yeah.
he's the
But
star.
now I'm getting good at it, right?
I'm
So
beautiful and you are star.
yes. Well, I'm not star. You are the star because I said you are the healers, not me.
Yeah, you are the star.
Yes, you the power is in you.
So how often we already said that? Are you recording? Yes, we also said that. Sunday Australian time. It's usually now Sunday.
Yeah.
It's always actually announced on our social media.
Yeah, just
Moksha or Zoran's
just
page.
follow us and you will get notifications. But keep in mind that we do this every fortnight and we alternate languages.
So we have okay, I want to share the videos under Moksha Transformation Center. Yeah, that's the live video, and tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I will announce on the Zoran's page, you can find it, and Moksha Transformation Center page. You can find the link for our YouTube channel, so you can subscribe and you will be actually I think notified every time when there is a new video.
Yes.
Yes, Paula said, of course, you are the woman behind him.
And one thing which just came up, I feel I want to say this. As you notice in our background, there's no TV, so this is the bracket for the TV. So don't watch TV. There's nothing truthful on the TV. Don't watch news, right? They are those news are prescripted, right? So the truth is not there. So, but instead of the TV, I had something else. Take it like this so you can see it, right? So this is instead of TV, right? I think the
nice,
yeah. So it says serve, love, meditate, and realize. Okay, so do that instead of TV.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Zoran.
And we can all do that.
And one more question, and we are finished. Can we do about how to regulate children? Maybe that can be a topic for.
Yeah, that's topic on its own, in its own right.
But is this like, for example, all this what you showed us today?
Yes.
Can we do that to our kids?
Yes, you can, but regulate yourself. So what you can do with your children, the best thing you can do for them is work on yourself, and also teach them how to love themselves truly. Right? So if they can love themselves truly as per they are, they can love this world. And that's the best thing you can do for kids, right? Work on yourself and teach them how to love themselves. And serve, love, meditate, and realize.
And see you in a month. Right.
In English.
In English, yeah. In 2 weeks on our language, our native language. How is it? Native language.
Native languages.
I feel like regional when I say important, indigenous when I say that. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, beautiful people. I hope this was useful for you. And yes, we'll see you in a fortnight in Balkan languages.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye now.